DJ Steph, Uptown Xpress. So today I'd like to do a review of a major upgrade that I've done to the entire sound system for Uptown Xpress for our mobile gigs. We've upgraded to, as you can see here, the QSC K Series. And then especially after Mobile Beat, I got to hear them a lot, ask a lot of questions to the QSC guys, and got to speak with different other guys who are already using them, and absolutely was convinced that this is the next way to go. This is the next step up to make our sound system absolutely fantastic, looking great, sounding great, and makes it also easier on transport, as you can see. And also what I like to do is I'll give you a little bit of insight on why I chose the model that I chose. As you know, the QSC K Series comes in three varieties, the K8, K10, and K12. These are the K10s, so it's a 10-inch woofer. The K8 has an 8-inch and the K12 has a 12-inch. Each speaker, K8, 10, and 12, is 1,000 watts across the board. Also, as you can see, I'm sitting on right here, I also have one KSub. The KSub is also a 1,000 watt self-powered speaker. The KSub has two 12-inch woofers inside. Back to the reason why I chose the K10s over the K12s. Usually, you always go bigger is better. Bigger is better, more power, better sound, etc. When I first decided to upgrade the entire sound system to QSC K Series, I thought, okay, might as well get the biggest ones, the K12s. They're the biggest, they'll sound the best, no problem. I was changing from my JBL G2 Eons. They were kind of big and bulky. They were doing a good job, but I was finding at some gigs to push them a little bit too hard and they weren't sounding as great. And they were okay, but I would like better. And they were a little bit bulky and clunky, and I was running out of space in the van. The K12s were slightly lighter, not by much, but a little bit. And the footprint, again, was slightly smaller, but not by much. After especially going to Mobile Beat and talking to a lot of different guys and discussing with the QSC reps there, the differences between all three models, the main difference that sold me, actually there's two, that sold me on the K10s instead of the K12s are the following. The nominal coverage that comes out of these guys, this is what is the angle at which the sound comes out of the speakers. On each of the three, they are different. The K12s, which is the largest in the group, has a 75-degree conical pattern, 75 degrees coming out, which is still very good, which is more than the JBLs had. Now, compare that to the K10s. The K10s have a 90-degree angle, so it's a much wider coverage coming out of the speaker. The K8s have an even greater coverage. The K8s come out at a 105-degree angle. Reason why this is important: at a smaller venue, or at a venue where you have people that are spread out, imagine the room is more of a rectangle and you're in the middle of the shorter part. So you have a lot of people on your left and your right. Well, you want that sound to travel very evenly, outwards to both sides. With a 90-degree or 105-degree, or even the K12, the 75-degree, that's a pretty good coverage compared to some of the older speakers that are out there. Number one reason that I chose the K10s over the K12s is for the 90-degree dispersion angle that comes out. Number two reason, I've been on a mission to lighten my load on the equipment that I bring around to make things as efficient and compact as possible. Now, in terms of weight, the other big factor for me in terms of weight, my old speakers were the JBL J2s. They were 46 pounds each. I think in kilograms, that's 21 kilograms. The K12s came in a bit lighter. They were 41 pounds, which is 18.6 kilograms. Still a little bit lighter, and the footprint was smaller, so that was a plus. So I was already winning right there. But when I compared it again to the K10s, now get this, are 32 pounds. That's 14.5 kilograms. That's insane. They're so light. I'll show you later. You can pick them up with such ease. Even the K12s you can pick up with quite a lot of ease. And getting a 32-pound speaker up here or up on a pole like this is so easy, it's incredible. This is the subwoofer, the KSub by QSC, the K Series, the KSub. This guy is made out of birch, so it's solid wood, very nicely built. And this guy only comes in at a weight of, what is it here, 74 pounds, 33.6 kilograms. And for a subwoofer, that's quite good. We replaced the Yorkville subwoofer that I had. It was a small one, and this one is absolutely incredible. The footprint is still quite small and very compact, so very easy to maneuver. I'll show you in a minute. It has casters on the bottom, wheels that you can roll it around, and like I said, it has two 12-inch subwoofers inside. Alright, so here's a closer look at the K10. As you can see, it's a very elegant system, a very elegant looking speaker, nice and compact, all black. You have one handle here and one handle on the top. And like I said, the K10s at 31 pounds or so are extremely easy to lift up. You have the LED on the front. Let me just turn it on here. So you have the nice bright blue LED. It'll pop on in a second here. And you have a feature on the back. You can switch the LED to either stay power on or all the way off. Or you can have it in a mode where it'll actually go a little bit dimmer than this, and it'll be bright if you're peaking the system. So if for some reason, if you can peak these things at 1,000 watts, you'll know that you're clipping because the LED would flash. Now, I have one KSub, and perhaps later on we'll upgrade to 2, but for the time being, I feel this system like this with 2 K10s and the one woofer, you have an extremely nice sounding system with a lot of bass. Even just the K10s by themselves for a small venue, the bass is phenomenal. You add on the KSub and it's just absolutely crazy. Now, when you get a KSub, you get one of these poles, a speaker mount pole, to mount it. However, I would probably never use it in this configuration at a gig. If you notice, if I stand beside this, if I stand right beside the speaker, I'm about 6'2". The tweeter is right about my eye level, and the woofer is more on my chest and my neck, which is not the ideal. The higher the speaker, the better. You want the tweeter to be sort of going above your head. So in this situation, I wish they made that pole longer. Anyway, since I only have one, I would never use this configuration, but I'm just showing you that that's what they give you. Here I'm in the basement, so not a lot of headroom down here, but I have the other K10 on the tripod stand with a black scrim skirt just to show you. And I mean, it looks very, very nice. Here's the back of the K Series. Now the back is identical on all three, the K8, 10, and 12. The really cool thing about this speaker system is it looks a little bit complicated, might be a little bit scary at first, but I mean, the choice of connections and options back here is very, very flexible. It allows you to you can attach anything back here. It's really, really great. Starting with some of the features here, you have your cutoff, so you can switch it to deep, DEEP, which is the extra bass, to normal, or to external sub, which will cut it off at a particular range and send all the bass down to the subwoofers and concentrate more on the highs up on the top. You also have the high frequency at flat or vocal boost. So if you were doing karaoke, you could put this on vocal boost and you'd get more of a high frequency out of that. This is the front LED that I was telling you about. You have your power, limit, and off. There's also a built-in fan right here. And the power cables, you notice the ones that they give you are very nice. They're the locking kind. They lock in with this little snap here. Very nice little feature.